Going live. We're live. I am back after 2 months. Why is Ben Heckman in the chat asking if I have a YouTube channel? You're on my YouTube channel, Ben Heckman. And yes, I do have one. But I'm back after like a 2-month long hiatus because I was busy. There's no other explanation for it. I don't have a good excuse. I got a bunch of new contracts lately, so I've just been working a lot. But anyways, who would be better to bring back to my channel after hiatus than Reed Coverdale, who is now banned off of Twitter and canceled? He's
It's
back.
true. I am still alive, everybody. Seriously, I
Barely.
appreciate it, but fucking chill out a little bit. Like, I'm not dead. It's okay. I'm just gone off of Twitter. Like,
You're looking kind of rough, though.
I know. Well, anyone who actually watches my YouTube channel knows this is what I look like when I'm trucking. But for those
Don't
who
act like okay, that was a little shady. I do watch your channel. I haven't had the chance to really talk to you and tell you that you look a little bit crazy.
Oh, okay.
I've noticed it before now, but I'm just telling you.
Okay. This is the first time you've actually vocalized it to me. Like, you've thought.
Well, we haven't spoken face to face.
That's true. It's been a while. I'm the most recurring guest on your show now, isn't that?
I haven't had any other reoccurring guests.
This is my
like
third
not even
time.
just twice.
Jeez,
yeah,
wow.
It's bad.
Oh well. I
feel like everyone's tired of it. People are tired of like the Reed and Olivia shtick, but I'm not, and I think it's fun, and I don't care what people think.
Well, it's kind of died when I lost Twitter. Like, that was a lot of entertainment for a lot of people. The constant bashing back and forth, like, that's gone now. I mean, have you picked it up with someone else, or like?
No. Oh my God! How could you think I would move on that quickly? What do I look like? Like, what the fuck? That's like, you're calling me basically a whore right now. It's crazy that you would even say that. No, I don't really be I don't call anybody else like a bigot and shit. Like, what do you? No.
Well, I do follow you on YouTube and Instagram and like a few other places, and I've kept the insults going occasionally, but there's no audience anymore, so it's not any fun.
Yeah, it's like you don't even hit me up anymore because there's nobody to find it funny. You're actually really fake. You're really fake for that. I'm regretting this already. Anyways, so Reed, tell the people what life has been like without Twitter.
It's been amazing. I went on Tower Gang, a week ago, I think. I've been gone from Twitter for like 10 days, and I went on Tower Gang about a week ago, and one of the subjects was some shit that happened between Ace and somebody else, and I had no idea what they were talking about, and it felt great, like, just to be completely out of the sphere of drama. And then today something happened between Pete Quinones and Jack Lloyd. Also didn't know anything about it. That one actually was like so electric that I had to go look and see what happened, but it was great, like, not having any idea what had happened. And I don't know, like, Twitter is a lot of fun, don't get me wrong, and especially if you're good at it, which I think I was. But yeah. But I don't know, like, I'm not sure the fun is worth the price all the time. I think people start hating each other, and think of how many people have over 10,000 followers on there who literally have nothing to say. Like, I don't really think I had anything that impressive to say. I was just sort of sarcastic and knew enough to put, foreign policy and, domestic policy into a sarcastic lens that people would understand or whatever. And that kind of took off. But there are people who literally know nothing, who have over 10,000 followers. And it's just like, why do these people have something? I guess it's no different than real life, because we have that in real life.
Give me an example. Like, let's talk shit. You're not even on Twitter anymore, so let's talk shit. Give me an example.
Oh, man. I'm trying to remember usernames. Yeah, I can't think of a username off the top of my head, but but I don't know. People would just say, like, if you're a libertarian, they would just say like the most basic libertarian shit.
Oh,
Like,
okay, no, like
you know,
I know what you mean. Just like accounts that would just tweet like taxation and stuff, and the Fed,
yeah.
and get a bunch of likes. I know what you mean.
I mean, I would pretend to do it, and I would still get a bunch of followers off of it. It was pretty sad. Like, I would just all
You could
cap.
get MAGA followers off of that shit too.
I would just do all caps, war bad, and I'd literally gain 600 followers off. It's just like, guys, this isn't good. This isn't an endorsement
You
of.
enabled them. You enabled them.
That's true. I fully accept any responsibility for enabling retards on Twitter. I'll take it.
So you like being off Twitter?
Yeah, I mean, I do miss the reach I would get, if I was going to share a video or if I was going to go on someone's channel or if I was trying to draw attention to something. But aside from that, yeah, I kind of don't really miss it, I guess.
All right, let me read this super chat. Shout out to T. Glad to see both of you back. Wow, I love you too, T. Thank you so much. It's glad to be back. I was just busy. I did like so much shit like the last 2 months. I don't know. It's really time consuming.
Wait, was I your last appearance?
I'm probably gonna post.
Or is someone
Carrie
else come
was.
on? Oh, okay. So it's been. When did I come on? In August or September?
You came on in like July.
Oh wow, it's been a while.
Yeah, I remember. I remember when you came on because I remember it was the last one I did before I went on Timcast, which was mid-July, and it was like it got kind of a lot of views after I went on it. I remember like noticing that. So it was definitely July.
Oh, so what you mean to say is, after I had you on, they were so impressed they decided to have me on Timcast, and I'm really the one who gave you the bump. Is that what you're suggesting? Or?
No, it was after I went on Timcast, and then that specific episode got a bunch of views because people were going to my channel and seeing the most recent episode. So
yeah,
fuck you.
Hurts. Yeah, that's like a double whammy because it means like
they just try to take credit for my shit.
Well, it just hurts because it's like, oh look, Reed's got a lot of views. No, it's just because I was just on Tim Pool and fuck Reed, he sucks. So
people liked you though. It got like the episode got likes, like people watched it.
Mm-hmm.
So
mm-hmm. Yeah.
You sound like you're skeptical.
Well, I want to go on Tim Pool. Actually, no, I want to go on. I already told you, I want to go on Fox and talk about our greatest ally.
Listen, literally. Okay, so guys, after I went on Kennedy, Reed texted me. He's like, "Please, can you bring me on Fox? Bring me on Kennedy so I can talk about Israel being our greatest ally." And for anyone that knows Reed, that just means he's going to make an anti-Semitic joke live on television. And I don't want that on my conscience. I can't make a recommendation in good faith that Reed should be on television at all.
Wait, so you don't trust me to maintain my composure in honor of your suggestion? Or no. I can't really blame you.
No. No, because honestly, I shouldn't even be on there. And I kind of did that to Spike because Spike Cohen was the person that like I was at his suggestion that they even brought me on, and then now I'm up there calling like Hillary Clinton a lizard person and stuff.
That's so base. I don't know what you're talking about like that. I think he's proud, probably.
Did you see that? I literally did that.
It was great.
Thank you. But I don't know. I got a little bit worried after I did that because last time, like the first time I went on Kennedy, like the lady that booked me on the show is like really nice lady. She had texted me like pretty immediately after. It was like, "Great job. We'll have you on again." And then after this time, she didn't text me, so I was like, "Oh my god! Like, did I offend somebody with the Hillary Clinton joke?" And then I got a text from her later, so I just blew it.
Yeah, I would have done something about that. I would have. You've been on like after Colin Powell died, right? You were on a couple days ago.
Mm-hmm.
The last time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would have said something about him that they definitely wouldn't have asked me back. So
I would never do that. I did not make a joke about anybody who died.
No.
Mm-mm.
Well, you would about Hillary Clinton after she died. That's what you said on our last episode we did.
Oh, I mean, I just wouldn't make a joke about anyone who died on TV, like because somebody would find it offensive. I would make it on my own page, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, not on Fox.
That's fair, I guess. I would though. I mean, fuck it. So
Zach said anti-Semitic joke. We're not anti-Semitic.
I miss you, Zach. You're great.
He is great.
I
He's
see him in
actually
the YouTube comments here and there, but I miss him. Miss the interaction. I mean, there's no one who likes your tweets faster. You put it out, and then like literally a second later, like Zach liked your tweet. Like, oh, he just
yeah.
made me feel good about myself.
It's a little scary. It's a little bit scary, to be honest.
It is.
Anyways, so are you haven't heard back about the appeal yet, right?
I have not heard back, and a lot of people want me to make an alt account. I don't know if I'll do that. I might.
That was going to be my next question. I just kind of assumed that you already had one that you were lurking on.
I do not have one. Anything that you see out there that's pretending to be me is not me.
You're literally like a celebrity now. That's so funny.
No, it's sad.
I thought that the Clint Coverdale account and the Reed Russell ones were you.
Nope. Definitely not.
Are those Robin? I feel like they're Robin, right?
I actually don't know who they are. No idea.
Really?
No, I didn't even know Robin was Reed's mustache until sort of recently. About the same time you knew, I think, is when I knew. So.
Oh, okay. That's probably right. Ben said
yeah.
I have $2 in my bank account, but I want to do a super chat. It's all good, Ben. I know y'all can't be paying you that much.
So let me ask you.
I literally just said I hear complaints from like y'all people all the time, and I feel like at the time when I was working with OWD, I thought I was getting paid good, and then in hindsight, I was like, oh my god, I got robbed, and I was doing slave work. So I'm sorry. It's okay. You don't have to send me super chat. Anyways, go ahead.
Let me ask you, if Reed Russell, would you shoot Reed Russell if he was coming near your property in self-defense?
Wait, which one is that? Is that you with Clint's face, or is that Clint with your face?
Clint with my face. It was fucking.
I do not like that one. I really didn't like that one.
Oh man. No, I mean, so like, I wish I hadn't sent the tweet because I lost my Twitter over it, but I certainly don't regret what I said, that I would shoot him if he came within 100 yards of my truck. Like, I mean, he wouldn't even have to come within 100 yards of my truck. If I just saw him anywhere,
you would just shoot him. Yeah, I probably would too. So who
the other one?
Report that?
Clint Coverdale. Like, he's fucking weird looking, but I wouldn't shoot him. I would just I'd shoot him in self-defense, just not like.
I don't know why your face on Clint's head looks so unsettling, but it just does.
It's something about the Clint's ears just don't go with my face. It was something like.
That's definitely part of it. I think I feel like you have I think you have a bigger face on his smaller head, so it looks a little bit weird. And I think the other one, it has like Clint's small face on your slightly bigger heads, and it looks a little bit more normal.
Yeah, he also has like, I don't know, it was weird. Either way, the Clint Coverdale one looked not as horrifying. So
Ben said, "Are you allowed to have a gun in your truck?" Are you gonna pull out a gun? Ah!
I am. I don't know if I'm allowed to, but I have one. So.
Okay. Maybe don't incriminate yourself on YouTube Live.
I am not. I am allowed to in the state of Utah, which is where I am. So.
Okay. It sounds like you weren't sure before. Oh, but you be driving across state lines. Oh my god.
It depends on which state I'm in, whether or not I'm allowed to have it. But for legal purposes, I throw it out of the truck if I go into California.
And you just pick it up when you enter the state. You should like bury it on the side of the road.
Oh, that's what I do. 100%.
Okay. Just making sure. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna have to recommend that Reed not be allowed on live television at any point in time. That would just be bad.
See, like, I help her out so much to reach the position she's in
now.
How?
Really... What did you do for me? How did
I did everything. I mean, I really took you under my wing and was like, "Here, Olivia, I'll help you become famous and everything." And then this is what I get. And
okay, when I followed you, you had like 2,000 followers. Okay,
it's true.
I followed you before the fame.
Mm-hmm. It's true. Didn't you have like as many as I had when I got nuked when I started following you? Probably.
How many did you have when you got nuked?
Like 20,000 or 19,000 or something.
I don't think so. I think I started following you in like January or February, but I had like 30 or 40K by then.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm nothing, so don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
you're kind of a fucking loser. So
Now I have 0, so I'm a really fucking loser.
no, but you have good subs. You have good subs.
Yeah, if I can keep that, we'll see
I
how long that lasts.
I respect it. I respect it.
There are
So
2 subjects we could talk about right now. I could make your YouTube channel just as risky if you want me to. So,
what?
well, we could talk about an occurrence that happened about a year ago right now, and whether or not we think the outcome of it was correct. And then we could talk about certain fluids that the government wants to force people to put inside of their
I have no
the
idea what you're talking
temples of
about.
the Holy
I have
Spirit.
no
You
idea.
know
I have no idea what you're talking about. Maybe just drop it. Maybe just drop it.
yeah,
Nobody knows what the fuck you're talking about, so just
no.
shut up.
Yeah, but that
No,
was like
we should
literally.
talk about the election and stuff. I don't know.
Oh wow! Oh, you mean this year? Because we can't talk about
Yes.
the one from
Yes.
last.
No. The current, like the Virginia election.
The 2021 election. YouTube. That's what we're talking about.
The real one that was not fake.
Right. So, have they decided what happened in New Jersey yet, or is it still?
I believe they. You know what? I thought that they decided the Democrat won, but
I thought yesterday they flipped their opinion, whatever their opinion was yesterday.
Really? Okay, wait. Let me find out super quick. Oh, it's just yeah. Everything says that Phil Murphy won. The Democrat.
Barely, right?
I think so. See, this is why we're gonna get banned. This is why we're gonna get banned. I'm gonna get banned.
I miss making those posts, by the way, Zach. Those were a lot of fun.
I do kind of miss them at the same time I don't, because I have to admit it was getting a little bit old. I was like, all right, we get it.
But they got lots of retweets.
I know. I think I'm guilty of retweeting a few, probably.
Yeah, I mean, when it was mixed, like Trump and Israel and like evangelical far right wing, like it was just the best. Like if you get all 3 of those elements, and then if you noticed, I always put the Israeli flag before the American flag. It was always on top. Like whenever it was like God bless.
I didn't look that far into it. I'm gonna be honest with you.
The Israel flag was always before the American flag. That was purposeful. But
okay, see, I'm not gonna recommend you to Kennedy. Actually,
well, see, like America First Credit Union. It really should be called Israel First, Saudi Arabia Second, America Third Credit Union. That would be more accurate. So,
all right, Reed. Anyways, we could talk about cool, edgy stuff. I mean, we could talk about how parents got classified by the DOJ or some shit as fucking domestic terrorists, and then they walked it back and apologized. Was it the DOJ or what the fuck was it? Something else?
I think it was the DOJ. I can't remember, to be honest, but yeah, it was. Man, I don't know. Like the Democrats, all they had to do was not suck really hard.
I know they had to they didn't really have they really didn't have like a high bar to cross or anything.
No, and they did. Man, did they fuck it up? Like holy shit! I mean,
like shout out to the Lincoln Project, honestly, for winning that.
Yeah, I mean,
winning for the Republicans.
If you, yeah, that's a good point. Like if you really think that demonizing parents and forcing toddlers to wear masks and locking down the country and I don't know, just like everything they've done domestically has just been a complete fucking disaster. And I don't think they've really done anything good like that, because the Democrats
are people. Yeah, like what is the thing that the Democrats have done that people are like, well, at least we got that done.
Yeah, I mean, because they're technically supposed to be good on like criminal justice reform and drugs But like,
They
other
never.
than
It's crazy because the administration never even claimed that they were going to be good on criminal justice reform or drugs. People just wanted to believe that and assumed that because they didn't want to elect Trump.
yeah, I mean, I don't know why Mr.
They
Crime
never
Bill,
claimed to be progressive.
Mrs. Dirty Cop wouldn't be good on criminal justice reform. I don't know what's up with that.
People are just willfully ignorant. They were just like dumb hopeful for no reason, I guess.
Yeah. So that ritual we held a year ago, 2 days ago, or yesterday or whatever.
Did you say ritual?
Yeah, that ritual we held.
Okay. Why are you calling it a ritual? Are you saying it like we just do it and it doesn't affect any results or anything? Or
well,
what?
I'm like trying to save your YouTube channel, so I'm just like trying to word it intelligently. But the ritual we performed a year and a day ago.
Performed. I feel like even saying performed is a little suggestive to what you really think.
Well, actually, like I don't know. I've talked about this a lot, and
oh, that's true. You're not like an election truth or anything.
No, but I do think I don't think this will get you in trouble. I don't think that our elections are rock solid or that there isn't massive fraud or that they aren't rigged. Like the problem is
you use the R word. Stop.
I use the R word. Yeah, is that too bad? Like I thought it was the S word that gets you.
I wouldn't say that.
I won't say the S word, but like everyone was saying it was the S word, where I was never convinced of that. I was convinced of the R word and the F word. Like I thought those definitely happened, but the S word is like a whole different level of conspiracy that I have not been convinced of. But I got to admit, like the more they don't let you talk about it, the more it makes me wonder, like, okay, I mean, if we're not even allowed.
Why do you think that is? Like, what's your take on why they're cracking down so hard on specifically election misinformation? I can kind of understand, like, not that I agree with this, but I can kind of understand the COVID misinformation because that can be spun as like a public health or public safety way. But like, why the fuck are they so obsessed with making sure everybody believes the same things about the election? I don't even understand that.
I think it's just because it's a good excuse to get rid of a lot of a certain demographic of people from social media. Because, I mean, it's not just... I can't really think of another reason. I mean, because, especially from them, like the previous election in 2016, you were required to believe that was rigged by Russia. Like, if you didn't believe that, then you are a crazy nut job.
Yeah,
but then 4 years later,
you weren't banned off of social media though. Like they weren't cracking down on the opinions like that back then, though. I feel like
no, but I mean back then, social media was kind of the wild, wild west compared to now.
It wasn't that long ago. It was like a couple years ago.
2016 was 5 years ago now, a little while ago.
Yeah, but like Twitter still had like terms and conditions and stuff.
Yeah, but not like misinformation. I don't think they were.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, why all of a sudden is misinformation a bannable offense? Like, what happens to just telling your kids that people lie on the internet sometimes and to do your own research?
Was it in 2018 that Zuckerberg and everybody had to go before Congress to talk about being held liable for misinformation or whatever? I forget what year that was, but like everyone had to go.
19, but yeah, a couple years ago.
Yeah, it seems like after that was when it started getting really ridiculous, which to me signifies, that we shouldn't have the government regulating social media. Like the idea of getting rid of Section 230, I think that's the exact opposite way we should be going. Because if you get rid of Section 230, then you are holding social media companies liable for everything.
That's what I've been saying, and all these MAGA people have been saying, no, we have to like repeal Section 230 and blah, 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 and attack the Democrats. I'm like, what's going to happen when Trump's not president and a Democrat is in charge of social media? What do you people think is going to happen? I don't understand that.
Yeah, and like, I mean, the reason I think they banned Trump off Twitter is because they were worried that if they left him up, they were going to be held liable for anything that happened at the Capitol. Like, because they kind of took him down right in the middle of that whole thing. And they probably didn't know how extensive it was going to be. Because that's like, the worst thing that's ever happened in history. I don't know. I know you guys missed me on Twitter for the January 6th stuff.
We literally don't.
I'm sure I've received
That's the
messages
main
that
thing that
people
I
do.
don't miss. I'm
If
glad.
someone's filling my shoes there, because January 6th must continue to be downplayed for as long as possible.
No, it's like nobody else's shtick. Like every once in a while, I'll see like one tweet, but nobody else like does it.
No one else can do it like 100 times in a row and keep coming up with something different. And
Correct. Nobody else is close to being as annoying as you are. Correct. You're right.
Yeah, that's a badge of honor actually. So I'll accept it.
All right. Yeah, you were so annoying you got banned. So how's it feel?
I mean, you can see me. I don't look as impressive as I do in the thumbnail you chose. So there you go. Like I've gone downhill since I'm out of the public.
All right, that was mean.
See? Hey, by the way, if you still want, I know you wanted me on your YouTube, so just message somebody who knows me if you still want to do that.
Do I have to manage your YouTube appearances? She can just message me.
I don't just message somebody, but there were a bunch of people who were like, "Hey, will you come on my channel?" And I was like, "Sure," and then I was just gone.
I've been telling people your Instagram. I'm assuming you check your DMs on Instagram or no?
I do. Yeah, I have Instagram and I have Facebook. Yeah, those are the two best places to still get a hold of me, or message somebody that knows me.
Oh, okay. What up, Sky Daddy? Yo, they're my fave people. What up, Cheyenne? What up? What up? What up? Anyways, we were talking about how annoying Reed was. What were we talking about before that?
The election, the one we're allowed to talk about, the 2021
yes,
election.
Current election. I have to say I'm disappointed in New York right now. I thought that the anti-vaxxers were going to show up and show out, but they did not. I guess there's not enough of them.
I mean, we're talking about New York. Like, it's kind of like
but I thought like, with minorities especially being so like vaccine hesitant, I thought we were gonna see a lot of people cross party lines, especially since Curtis, it's like he's not a typical Republican candidate where everyone like nobody can accuse him of being a racist. Like he's always like worked with like the Black and like Latino community and stuff, so it was like different, So I thought that we were going to see. I think he only got like what 28% of the vote. I think it was less than 30. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me. But he just got like such a crazy low percentage of the vote. I was just like, wow. I thought it was going to be. I didn't think he was going to win per se, but I thought it was going to be like over 40%.
So I was I don't know. I mean, how many people left New York last year? I wonder.
That's what. Yeah, somebody just literally said most may have left New York, and that's probably a good portion of that is true, and that's probably a little bit true for the California election as well.
Yeah.
Probably even more true for the California election, if we're being honest, because I think California set like a record of like the most people like fleeing the state.
Yeah, I mean, I wish Larry Sharpe all the luck in the world, but I think most of his potential voters have left.
Hey, leave Larry alone. We're very optimistic over here. We're optimistic over here at the Sharpe Way.
I love Larry. I'm gonna have him on the show again soon to promote him for governor. I'm totally in support, but I'm just like,
yeah, guys, everyone go subscribe to the Sharpe Way on YouTube. I'm doing a live show on Thursdays with Larry every Thursday on the Sharpe Way. We be co-hosting now. It's lit. He's like my dad.
He's great. I love Larry. I got to meet him at Freedom Fest finally, and I don't know. He's great. He's the actual Liberty Uniter, Larry. He's better at it than I am.
Is. Well, I think Larry's good and Spike's also good.
Yeah, they're both great. I love both those guys.
Shout out Jalapeno Ketchup. I'm sad for Curtis Lewa. He seems like such a good dude. He does seem like a good dude. And a lot of people I saw like when he first popped out didn't know who he was and didn't know what like a guardian angel was. And I remember because back in the day my dad was affiliated with the Guardian Angels here in DC. So I already knew like the little organization he was part of, and like they already had like a really good reputation. And so I saw people like guessing like he was in the military or like in some like little club with like the little red hat thing he wears. And I already knew what it was. So I kind of already saw that he was a good dude. And then I realized that when I was working at the Daily Car last year, I interviewed some lady in New York for something, and I like forgot about it completely. But I remember after I interviewed her, I was added to like her little press release serve, like list serve, and I realized that it's Curtis's wife, I believe, because they have the same last name. And so I've been on this guy's list serve for like a couple years now, and so he's seemed like a really good guy, and I'm sad that he lost. I mean, I really thought like I would, because like I don't know if you've seen the videos, but like it's been trending on Twitter and YouTube and stuff. But like these huge protests in New York where there's like Democrats and like Black Lives Matter people chanting against the mandates and stuff. So I thought we were gonna see like a huge Republican turnout, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of people in New York.
There are, but I
it?
can't believe that many people are in favor of a vax mandate. Like I feel like I have more faith in people than that. Or at least I did. And now I'm just like, wow, it's like a lost cause. New York's a lost cause. Most people in New York want the no word passports. Like
yeah. No, I mean,
you just have to get out of the cities. Like clearly at that point you can't just like vote your freedoms back. You just have to leave.
I think we have the politicians we deserve. Like I guess I mean, yeah, like Tulsi Gabbard always talking about like how the American people deserve leaders who are going to represent them. I don't agree with that anymore. Like I mean, we
So what are you looking at accelerationist now? You're just like, well,
you know me, I've been an accelerationist for a while now, but I
yeah.
like I don't know. I mean, I don't feel like the American people are getting conned. I feel like the American people are just fucking retarded. They're just stupid, and they can they can educate themselves if they wanted to. The information is all there. Like, yeah, the media is not pushing any of it, but you can find the truth if you look for it. And it's pretty easy to see through a lot of the bullshit. Like, it's pretty blatantly obvious, and people don't do that. They just like double down on their narratives. And so if you're going to do that, like, fine, fuck you. Like, if you're going to vote for people who want to force you to inject yourself, like, fine, fucking do it. And if you're going to, if you're going to keep voting for people who want to bomb Iran and, keep inflating the currency and keep locking people up for, putting what they want into their own bodies or whatever, like, fine, fuck you, do it. Like, I don't know. Like, I've just lost.
Like, I can't be that nonchalant about it because I can't be like, fine, fuck you, do it when there's people being locked up because of it.
Well, no, those are the people that I care about. That's it. Like the people who are being victimized who didn't.
Well, that's why I can't be like an accelerationist when it comes to that, because when like every anarchist or every libertarian says this, but like when you think about every policy, think about it being enforced by like death, like at gunpoint. And that's
no, I would prefer they don't be enforced or don't be implemented, but like the accelerationist is just a nihilist opinion. It's like, well, fuck it, it's gonna happen. So I would never vote for accelerationism. It's just something that I view as inevitable. And if it's going to happen, it's just sort of like, well, fuck it. Like if you just kind of accept that that's the case, it's easier to deal with in your head. But the only people I'm fighting for are the people who are getting fucked over who didn't ask for it. Like if you're someone who voted for Joe Biden and now you're complaining, like unless you've had a change of heart, I don't really care. Or if you're like someone who just thinks we need Trump back and everything will go back to perfection like it was in 2019, like, okay, fuck you too. Like, I don't really care. But if you're someone who's been in prison for 30 years because you sold drugs in high school, or if you're, some Yemenis kid who just had your mom killed in a drone strike, or, things like that, like those people didn't ask for the position they're in and it's not their fault. So those types of people are the ones that I think need a voice. But if you're someone who's just sticking your fingers in your ears and just like screaming about how great democracy is and we need to preserve it and protect it from the evil Trump supporters, or if you're someone who's just like upset that we just became a communist country, on January 21st or whatever, and that all hope is lost and we just need to trust the plan. Like, I just don't like have any I don't have any pity or sympathy for those people anymore. I just don't care. Like, it's just like, I don't know. I mean, should I? Like, should I care about those people? I mean, if they wake up, great. But in their current state, like,
No, you're making a lot of
don't
sense,
have any
actually.
sympathy. So,
I think I agree with your point of view. And I think you're probably speaking for a lot of people at this point that didn't want to come into this movement being like negative or nihilistic, but now are seeing that after this election cycle. I mean, I'm young, so I guess I'm knowing a pattern more recently, but I'm sure you like there's a longer pattern of it of people every election cycle acting like they're going to make some big change by voting for like the lesser of two evils when really they're just culpable for what happens every time we just settle for this. So I guess you
yeah,
could speak to it more than I can, but I'm starting to see it now.
I remember in 2019, I was with Eric Jackman in New Hampshire, and I think Tulsi was at this event. We were at a Tulsi event, and he looks at me and he says, like, we're gonna really, we're really gonna draw some attention here in New Hampshire. We're really gonna make a difference. And I just sort of rolled my eyes and I was like, I don't know, dude. We've been down this road a few times because he also had been on Ron Paul's campaign and Rand Paul's campaign and Gary Johnson's campaign. And I was just like, even, Tulsi was really like the third campaign that I'd started paying attention to throughout my political history. And I was just like, I don't know, man. I don't want to get hopeful at all. And then, you see exactly what happened. And then, man, after that, it got even worse throughout 2020. And I don't know, like I became nihilistic because it's the only way to stay sane. Like, you kind of think that nihilism would drive you insane because there's no hope or something, but it's actually just like it kind of puts your mind at peace. You're just like, well, oh well, there's nothing.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
not my fault.
doing the same thing and expecting different results is just insanity. So you kind of have to just accept that the same thing is going to happen and you're going to be disappointed, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
Shut the fuck up. Somebody said, wait, you mean Dan Crenshaw won't save us? I'm telling you guys right now, I'm just discovering this. Like the day before yesterday, I was praying to Dan Crenshaw and Madison Cawthorn, and I was like, oh my God, finally. Some nice disabled people to make the Republican Party look good and save the Union. And then I realized, oh my God, they support red flag laws and they're fucking neocons. Sweet.
Yeah, that was man, if they're like the first special needs or disabled people or whatever, like I don't know, like you
I
might
said
want to
this
just
the other day and I feel like it's so problematic, but I think I just have to say it again. People act like you can't criticize them because they'd be like, he served our country, he is injured, or he had a hard life, he is in a wheelchair. Like, no, I can criticize somebody for it, and then it makes me seem like such like an ableist or something for arguing against that. But it's like I'm not going to hate on somebody who lost their eyesight in one eye in the line of duty. However, I am going to hate on you if you're sending other kids to do the same thing. That's when I lose respect for you. So it's like I'm like, okay, I respect the fact that he was willing to lay down his life for something that he believed in. But that doesn't mean you can send other people to lay down their lives. It's just like,
yeah. I mean, I respect him for being willing to lay down his life, and I wish he had. So we're just moving right along from that one.
I'm speechless. I really don't know what to say.
No, that was well constructed. That was like, I'm not on Twitter, so
I'm gonna mute you. Like, stop.
I'm not on Twitter, so I just have to tweet in real life instead. That was like a real life tweet.
This is I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble for even associating with you. Stop.
No, I've already told you that.
Yeah, rip Olivia's fucking channel. What the fuck? Why did you do that? Zach said, no, please read, keep going.
That was well encrypted. Like, there's no way YouTube's getting you for that.
It was encrypted? Okay.
Yeah, for YouTube algorithms, absolutely.
Okay. Interesting. No, I actually don't. I have no comment.
That's great.
No comment. I'm really trying hard not to cancel myself. I was like, I was like, Reed's gonna be a great guest to like break my YouTube hiatus with, because it'll just be like a fun conversation, because like I don't have to like formally like ask you questions and shit. But no, I should have came up with like a formal topic and discussions, because this has gone so off the rails. You probably got me like perma banned. Like it's like I'm probably gonna end the broadcast and my channel is just gonna be gone. So I hope you're happy.
Wow, now you're making me feel sad. And when I get depressed, I just get more like ridiculous with my political analogies. So we're in for a rough ride for the.
So because you feel bad and you feel sad because of it, you're gonna make it worse.
Yeah, I mean, once you feel sad, fuck it. Like, who cares? So,
Okay. All right, that's fine. Who do you miss interacting with the most on Twitter besides Zach?
Probably you, to be honest. Like, those were some of the most fun I've had. You were fun. What's it? Soy Team 6, that guy? He's fucking hilarious. I like joking around with him. I don't know if you got along with him.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know what his name is, but he's fucking funny. Let's see. I'm trying to remember the usernames. They go pretty quickly. Like, once you're not on Twitter, you don't remember.
Yeah? You didn't interact with like a lot of real people?
There were a lot of like alt accounts I was having a lot of fun with.
Okay.
I think his name is Amon Davis.
I'm like the only person to like interact with you on like a real account with like a face and a picture on it. That's so bad, actually.
I mean, obviously the Tower Gang guys, that kind of goes without saying. That we would always fuck around, but I'm trying to think of like people outside of that circle that I'd really
people besides Clint, basically.
Yeah. Well, man, I'm trying to think. There were the Massachusetts Mises Caucus. Man, we got into some crazy anti-Israel back and forth. That was fun. Did you witness that?
Let's not go over it though. Let's not. We'll talk about it off live, because I did miss it. Tyrone said, "Is Reed still gonna show up on Tower Power Hour?"
Absolutely. I was on 2 shows ago, and it got removed. So, not because of me. Like, I actually was talking. I was actually taking the position that ritual that we did a year and a day ago was not the S word. It was just the R word and the F word. But some other people on the show were saying it was the S word, and so that's why it got removed.
Okay. Liberty Thoughts husband, basically. Who? Is that in reference to Clint? That's funny.
I don't know. I mean, that's adultery on Clint's part, if that's true. It's cheating on
Yeah, facts. Oh, damn. Dig the red. Thank you. Red's like my new thing lately. I feel like I dress in monochrome, or like I think that is what it's called. Like all the same color all the time. But over the summer, my thing was like green, and now it's red. I think that's a sign of being autistic, honestly. But
what, the monotone or red?
Just liking, like being obsessed with one color and wearing like one color all the time.
Oh boy, that's bad, because I wear olive drab like all the time. This actually
I was gonna say that you do be loving a green shirt.
This is not the only green shirt I own. I just have like 10 of them because I bought them.
Sometimes I feel like you don't change clothes, but
it's all right. And then the other stuff I wear is all like high vis, or you can't see that. It's not in the frame, but it's all like this. So I'm always like wearing the same color pretty much.
Can you do like MTV Cribs, but like your truck? Like, what's the setup in there?
Oh yeah. It's kind of a mess right now, but I'm in the sleeper cab, so there's the actual cockpit, if you will, and then this is where I am. I'm just on my bed right here, and then there's just a shelf right here. So I'm in a truck stop, in Utah. It's always kind of scary. I'm always afraid someone's going to run into me, which has happened before in a truck stop because no one can drive anymore.
What happened?
Luckily, they didn't break
Like at full
anything.
speed?
No. They were going like 5 miles per hour. But
Oh, okay.
I was just lying in my bed, and the truck just moved, and I thought it was a dream, so I just went back to sleep, and then I got up in the morning, and on the lug
They didn't
nuts,
even wake you up or say shit?
No, they just kept going. But the lug nuts on the tractor wheels, they have like these plastic covers that make the lug nuts look fancier, and a bunch of them were just broken off on the ground right next to my trailer. So someone had just like glanced off my trailer and broken all the lug nut covers right off.
So disrespectful.
Yeah. Oh, the weirdest thing, this was a few months ago in Colorado. Another guy from my company and I were driving our own trucks out to pick up some stuff at a mine. And so we left the trucks by the on-ramp to the interstate because that was the only place where we could park them. And we went and got food, and we came back, and there was a woman sleeping on my trailer. And we were just like, hey, what's going on? And she said, you guys are going to give me a ride to Denver. We're like, well, we're not going to Denver. And she's like, you guys are going to give me a ride. And we're like, nope, sorry. And then we left again. I think we went out. What's that?
Was she like a meth head?
What'd you say? Yeah, definitely. And then we went away again, and then we come back, and there's a bunch of state troopers, and we thought they were upset where we were parked, but they were actually just like questioning the woman, and they came over to us and they said, you told her that you're gonna give her a ride to Denver, is this true? And we were like, nope. And then she just like left, but that was weird.
Is that like the weirdest thing that ever happened to you?
That's ever happened to me? Or
like when you're on, like when you're working?
Man. The most recent one I can remember, at least. There's been a lot of weird shit. It's mostly just people being retarded in front of you when they think that you can stop within a reasonable distance when you weigh like 250,000 pounds. But yeah, I don't know. There's a bunch of dumb people out there. I don't know, like you don't deal with people face to face a lot. It's usually when they're in their car, and dealing with people when they're in their vehicle is sort of like dealing with them online. Like you don't treat people the way you actually would face to face. Like for some reason,
you like flip people off or like yell some dumb shit at them, right?
Yeah, like you don't do that face to face. But if there's glass in front of you for some reason, it's okay. But I have to be careful because I can get in trouble if I flip people off or blow up at them. So I just give them the thumbs down because it's really degrading.
I feel like that would hurt more.
It does, like because
I'd be like, huh. What the fuck?
Exactly. Like if you flip someone off, they like instantly have this surge of self-righteousness and indignation and anger, and they want to get back at you. Where if you just like, you don't even give them eye contact and you just like stick your thumb out the window down like that, like it just completely defeats them and they just like feel worthless. And that's what I want them to feel.
So worthless. Wow. You're like actually ruining people's lives with the thumbs down. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense though.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it works, and then they can't do anything. But man, some people are just yeah. I've seen some videos. People like they literally try to kill the other driver by driving into the car and running them over or something.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm like, you're gonna total your own car, pay a shit ton of money, go to jail and shit just to fucking get back at this person. Like, do people even fucking think? Like, what the fuck? And people like shoot people in the middle of the street over road rage all the time. It happens all the time. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. I don't know. Like I said, people don't act like they would in real life face to face. The glass is somehow, I don't know, somehow disconnects them. So it's weird. People are fucking nuts, though.
Yeah, it's weird as fuck. Like, if somebody bumped into you while walking, are you gonna flip them off and shove them on the ground? Like, what the fuck?
So here's my question, though. Like on Twitter, I mean, I'm way more aggressive on Twitter than I am in real life, but
Yeah, which is why I didn't even like you at first before I talked to you.
But if people talk to me in real life like they do on Twitter, maybe I would be that aggressive in real life. Like, I don't know, because no one talks to me like that. No one like.
Oh yeah, for sure. If people were talking to me the same way they talk in my replies, I'd be in jail. I'd be throwing hands every single day.
Like, no one is in real life getting up in my face and calling me a corny grifter with nothing interesting to say. Like, if that happened in
you
real
throw
life,
hands, right?
Yeah, I'd
throw hands,
dude. Yeah. So, I don't know. Especially like on stage in front of 20,000 people. Like, if they did that, because that's what they're doing. Like, they're doing it publicly. So if somebody says something like that, then yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna probably react in kind. And
I'd probably throw hands with you for a couple of things you said if you said it to me in real life.
That's probably understandable.
That's basically what happened with Clint. That's why I suplexed him at Yale. I was like,
yeah, I'm still kind of terrified for when we meet in person. Maybe I'll bring my gun with me just in case.
What the fuck? You can't. You literally cannot bring a gun just on your body into Maryland. Like, you'll get arrested.
Yeah, Maryland's a communist state.
Yeah, so I guess it's gonna protect me because there's no way you can bring that shit here. So when are you going on fucking Timcast? Like, when is that happening?
I don't know if it is happening. Like,
Lydia just said yes and then never followed up, or what?
From what I've seen, it keeps getting backtracked. I was not the one she spoke with, but it has something to do with flying all 5 of us out there is too expensive, or I don't know. Like, I've heard a whole bunch of different excuses, so I don't know if it's really going to happen. So
it did seem like kind of, well, it is kind of a strange goal to get a whole cast of a large podcast out there. It would make sense if it was like 2 or 3 of y'all, though.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fun. Like, if it was like, I don't know, like if you and Clint and whoever the fuck, like if it was like you, Clint, and Toad. I don't know.
Yeah, well, if it is 3 of us, it should be Jose, Toad, and Fat Dave, because they're the ones who actually started it.
Oh, I didn't know. That wasn't shade to any of them. I just talked to you and Clint more.
No, I get it, but I feel like they should be the 3 that go out if there's only 3 of us, but I don't know.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't get to meet you, and then I guess I would I would hang out with Fat Dave, but
not the other 2.
I don't. Who's the other 2 again? I'm high. I'm sorry.
Jose and Toad.
I don't think I really know Jose like that, and I don't really. I guess I've commented on some of Toad's posts before. Oh my god, Ashton in the chat. What up, Ashton?
Go on, Ashton.
I don't know. I would hang out with anybody. I haven't been to the Timcast house in like, I don't know, since like August.
Didn't he move? Isn't that the big thing?
Did he move?
Wait, you don't know about this?
No.
Didn't they buy land? Didn't they like build a new studio or buy a new studio in West Virginia or something?
I mean, they're already almost in West Virginia. I don't know.
Yeah, I heard they bought like a new. I'm assuming he moved too, but I know they have a studio they bought in West Virginia out in the middle of nowhere, apparently.
I guess I'm a fake fan because I didn't know that I think there were talks of them buying a new place, but I didn't know if they had already moved or not. Because when I was there, they were actually doing a lot of renovations on the current studio and like the current house. So Ashton just said they didn't.
Oh, they didn't. All right. I thought that was the whole thing. We were waiting until they had the bigger studio so we could all fit in it.
They already upgraded their studio that they already had with a bigger table. I don't know if you saw that. Because like the normal table, I think it has like 4 seats, but they like got a way bigger table with more chairs.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think that's in the same studio. It's just like on the top level of the house, I think.
Gotcha.
I was about to say, like, I literally feel so bad. Also, I haven't written for Timcast in like almost a month, I think, because I've been so preoccupied and I need to really reprioritize because it's actually fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, somebody said they did make the new studio. Okay, maybe they made it and they didn't move yet.
I mean, I don't write for Timcast, so I don't feel like those are things I should be up to snuff on.
But it's stuff I should probably be up to stuff. I should probably be up to speed on it. Probably.
Probably, but I don't judge at all.
I think everyone kind of knows I am very forgetful and I have trouble focusing. I don't know if I have like ADHD or anything, but I do have severe weed brain. So everyone just knows, like, don't expect me to fucking know random shit that's happening in your life because it's nothing personal. I just don't know.
I don't take it personal.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying, Ashton. It's in the same place, just more space. Okay, cool. Anyways, Reed, did you have anything else you wanted to touch on? I'm sorry, this was kind of like we went off on like a huge tangent, but it was fun.
It was fine. Let's see. I don't even know what's coming up. That's big. Four Horsemen is going to be on the 21st, I think, and I'm supposed to be having Matt Kibbe on the show soon. And we're working on getting Ryan Dawson to come out to Porkfest. So if that's something you want to see happen, next June.
Oh, okay.
And then Eric already lives in New Hampshire, so we were gonna do the Four Horsemen in person at Porkfest, and then just rotate the fourth guest like every 10 minutes with whoever's there.
Oh, that would be so fun.
Yeah. But yeah, and then I've got some other. I'm going on. I don't even remember what his name is, but I'm going on somebody's show tomorrow. I think it's pre-recorded though, so I don't have. I have a Facebook page, The Naturalist Capitalist, but like nobody follows it and nobody interacts with it. So I don't know if I want to turn that into something. But I do get a lot of reactions on my YouTube community page. So for the most part, I just share links there. So if I'm going on someone's show or I appear in something or I'm going to be going somewhere, just check YouTube community. Usually post about it there. And follow me on Odyssey. You can see that in the link in the descriptions and pretty much all of my latest streams. I've got 538 subscribers. So hopefully that means all of Congress has subscribed to me and they're actually trying to listen and
yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
But, yeah, 538. I don't know. It's just the same number. So go subscribe to me there and keep up with me over there. And yeah, just I don't know. If they reinstate my Twitter, I'll be back. If they don't, I still haven't decided if I'm going to make an alt or not. Some part of me doesn't want to, and then part of me does. So we'll see.
Well, I personally hope you come back because it was fun. Like, not only just like interactions, but like I think you were underselling yourself. I think you do have unique things to say. You're not just like a troll. Most of the time you are. But, I think you had insight. And at least when I talked to you, I mean, this hasn't been a serious episode, but like our first couple episodes we did, I think you had a lot of interesting like things to say. I think I was educated. So I don't think you're like your Twitter account's like worthless. I think you should either should be reinstated or make a new one. But that's my opinion. You don't have to.
Well, I will certainly consider it. So
okay.
Thanks for saying I'm not completely useless. I appreciate it. So.
Yeah, everybody has their strengths and things they bring to the table. And yours is kind of
Israel. So.
I was about to say yours is kind of just being a bigot, but whatever.
A bigot for liberty.
Okay. Oh, I was also gonna say I think I'm supposed to go on Matt Kibbe's podcast too soon, but I don't know when. But I think I'm gonna
Yeah,
go in
he's great.
person because I'm pretty sure he's in DC or at least somewhere around here, right?
Yeah, he's. I think he is. I don't really know actually. I'd assume he is, based on who he's had on in person. So
I think he is because I think when he DM'd me, I think he asked me. I think he asked me if I was in DC. So, but I still have to schedule that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry I took such a long hiatus. I'm going to start scheduling more live streams. And like I said earlier, go to the Sharp Way YouTube channel. It's ran by Larry Sharp. But I also run it now, and tomorrow's Thursday, actually. So yeah, tomorrow I'm streaming on the Sharp Way at 7 p.m. Eastern. And I think tomorrow it's just going to be me. Usually it's me and Larry co hosting, but I think he has to do something else. So this is going to be my first time hosting alone. Anyways, thank you, Reed, aka the caveman from the Geico commercials from like 2012. And thank you for the super chats. And thank you for the comments. And have a good rest of your night. Yay!